Scorpio, welcome to the channel. So quick disclaimer, these are general, they may or may not resonate, there is no time limit on them, and of course, always go with what you know best. Even if what I say resonates, you'll always know what's best for your life, obviously. So I am running a little late today, it's a very busy day for me. So the reading won't be too long, but I just wanted to make sure I could get something for you guys on this lovely Monday. So what's the Scorpios dealing with? Okay. Grace, Scorpio, grace. This week there is a huge, oh geez, okay, Phoenix and Fish. You're really dealing with someone who, you know, I'm literally hearing you're turning your head. This person, whoever you're dealing with, they're going through something very, 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 very karmic right now. And it's funny because you're a Scorpio, so the Phoenix card is almost my Scorpio card because it talks about, you know, death, rebirth, going to the underworld and being reborn, you know? And what I'm hearing is the reason you're sort of turning your head away, this is kind of, how do I say this? When something really cringy is happening, you know how it's hard to watch sometimes? When someone's doing something that's so distasteful or just, you know, you get secondhand embarrassment from it. It almost feels like that this week. You're almost turning your head away from someone because you're like, I'm embarrassed for you if you're not embarrassed for yourself already. And obviously, you know, everyone has their own journey in life. This person, they're probably going to look back on this later and be like, that was not a smart move. But in the meantime, this is kind of just what's happening. This is the situation. Might as well keep it real. And I think you can tell this person's having a fall from grace, you know? And with Fish combined with Phoenix, I think majority of it has to do with boundaries. This person is not good at asserting their boundaries. This person has very weak boundaries, is what I'm hearing. And something people forget with people with weak boundaries, if they have weak boundaries with themselves, then they're gonna have weak boundaries with you. So they will step over your boundaries because so many people have stepped over theirs, right? They can't see, the lines become very blurred for people in this situation, right? We all kind of go through it. We all have our own cycles of growth. But as I was saying, you're sort of turning away, you know? The Peacock card talks about inner beauty. Even though the outer beauty of the feathers is very magical, outer beauty only gets you so far, right? It's the inner beauty that really matters. It's what's on the inside that really determines a person's character. And what I'm hearing is, it's true as well. When people are put under pressure, their true character shows, right? Because when someone's living their life and there's no pressure, you know, no external forces, nothing really forcing them to move or forcing them to act a certain way, of course they're going to be pleasant. Of course they're going to, you know, be able to put up a more positive front. But the second, you know, it's true. In a crisis, you really see who's there for you and you really see who isn't. So I think this week, Scorpio, you're sort of learning that. You're sort of seeing, I mean, it's a little sad, but you're seeing this person sort of crack under pressure. And it's nothing to be ashamed of. I know I said you're sort of turning away from secondhand embarrassment, but this person, you know, they have to learn their lesson one way or another. This is just how life does it. So I think, you know, most of you turning away is just from the fact that, you know, you don't want to be a part of it. You're just like, this is not my bag. This is not my journey. This is not my problem, is what I'm hearing. And Dragon as the subconscious of the situation, you know, you are seeing things from a very bird's eye view. You know, you've almost pulled yourself out so that you can see the situation as an observer, which is the best way to see it because it's unbiased, right? When we have less of a bias, we're able to evaluate things in more of a open way, and we see things for how they really are, not how we want them to be or not how they should be, but as they are. And that could be a part of the lesson this week. Oh yes, Swanee Pie. So you know, usually when I get the Swan card, it talks about lovers, it talks about, you know, it is kind of my twin flame card. But this week, this person is almost showing you, I mean, I know it's a little hard to hear, but parts of yourself, you know, which is why you could be turning away, because you can see how either you used to be like that, or there are still parts of you that are, you know, being reflected back to you in this person. And that's just life, you know, everyone's a mirror for ourselves. And I think the part that's getting a little, I guess, I don't know what the right word is, because you are very calm about it, you know, this person seems to be like on fire, they're just like burning, but you're more composed, you're more trying to see the lesson of the situation, you're trying to see the purpose, because everything in our life has a purpose, right? Yeah, another lizard card. So you're very into the sensing of it. You're just, I'm kind of hearing, I just sit back and observe. So you're sitting back, you're observing, like, look at all these eyes. You're just kind of watching this person and watching how they act under pressure. Because I am hearing, you know, I'm just seeing a dial being turned up. So I think the pressure is going to, you know, it's not going to die down this week. It's just going to keep getting turned up on this person until they face themselves. And inherently, it's sort of forcing you to face yourself. Starfish, okay, good. So you're sort of, it's funny because, you know, they're getting, it's like a pot, you know, it's getting turned up. And for you, you're sort of like TV static. You're kind of trying to, you know, blur out their frequency because you don't even want it to interfere with yours. And I think you're heading towards really good friends this week, you know? If this is a friend situation, then you're seeing who your real friends are and you're seeing who your fake friends are not. What? English, please. Seeing who your fake friends are. Yeah, this just, I mean, it just screams like slippery boundaries, and very similar to the Gemini reading, you know, this person has the ability to drag you down with them. They have the ability to, you know, like kind of project their toxicity onto you, and you're really just turning the other cheek this week. You're trying not to, you know, give them any attention, give them any validation for the way they're behaving. There is this, I don't know how to describe this motion, Scorpio, but you can see my hand. It's like a judge this week. You're being very discerning. You're being very, you know, like, no. It's just, you're not dealing with it. You're not, there's a barrier, which I think is really smart because you don't want to get involved in that. Like, this person's on fire, you know, and it's like they're coming at you on fire, and you just need to throw a fire blanket on them because they need to stop, drop, and roll. And specifically just roll away from you because you're dealing with so much good stuff coming up, right? If this is a lover, then it's like a better one is going to come into the picture in time. It's just, you know, you need to deal with whatever's going on right now. And I think you are, because you have the dragon card as a subconscious. So what was I saying? You're observing this through almost a bystander's point of view, you know? You're not, the emotional connection, you know, you're sort of putting that to the side so that you can evaluate this with a clear mind, which is very smart. And for a Scorpio, that can be very difficult because you guys are so connected to your emotions. You guys feel so deeply that it can be very difficult for you guys to distance yourself from a situation emotionally. It's a lot for you guys. So I think I'm gonna stop it there. Honestly, you guys are gonna have a really good week, especially with Starfish. You guys are really gonna have supportive friends sort of helping you through this, you know? And I do want to say you're in the right, you know? This person might be throwing fire at you this week, but you're just really, maturity is what screams in this reading. You're just being the more mature person this week. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in next week's video. Bye.